Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. As you guys know, ABC and The Bachelorette released a list of their finalists for who will be on Rachel Recchia's and Gabby Windy, or is it Windy? Gabby put some wind in her sails, Gabby's season of The Bachelorette. About 5 or 6 of these guys won't make it to the final cut. This is just a smorgasbord of bros, a smorgasbros. And we're going to get into it. Of course, we just found out that there are twins. Do me a favor, if you want to support my channel, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. Hit the like button, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. So, we got the twins, right? And there's a lot of chatter coming out about them being on the show only for clout. Here they are. There's twins this season. And whenever anyone says twins, I immediately think of that Super Bowl commercial by Coors Light, and twins. Do you guys remember that one? You guys remember this commercial? Let's just play it real quick. You want to feel old? This makes you feel really old. Look at the quality of this commercial. It's got misogyny. It's got poor quality. It's a beer commercial. You don't make these commercials anymore. Love football on TV. Shots of Gina Lee. Hanging with my friends and twins. You guys remember this commercial? Love burritos and Taco Bell. Whatever the commercial is. And twins. Boy, here's the love songs by Coors Light. All right, there's a blast from. I bet you that broke somebody. Somebody's like, dang, I feel old. My knees hurt. When was that from? The late 90s? Whenever that was. Anyway, we just found that. So not these twins. We've already, those were the last. Was this the last set of twins? The Haley and Hannah, or Holly, or whatever the names are. It doesn't matter. Here's me trying to do research on these twins. Everything's I'm just like, okay, we got one of the twins is being called an F-boy. The other one's being called a club promoter. So we're going to get into it, all right? Stick around. Here's one of the comments. OMFG, which means oh my focaccia gluten-free bread. I literally know the twins are promoters in New York City and constantly DM girls every weekend to go out. Def a producer plant, no shot they ever have any thought of getting engaged at the end. You get one of these comments, you go, oh, right, scorned lover, oh, this person doesn't like it, maybe a best friend, whatever. There's a lot of these comments that all say the same thing. Now, if you don't know what a promoter is, I'm going to explain it to you, and don't hate the messenger. Because leave a comment. This is essentially what it is. It varies in different places. A promoter is usually a guy who gets paid to bring attractive women into the club. And you're not going to like this. They get paid based on a rating score of how attractive said women are. This is how it works. I know people that have done this. I could never. This sounds first of all, this sounds exhausting. So they have Rolodexes. Mitt Romney might say a binder full of women, some broke ass lames, maybe even. That's a callback. That get into the club. Sometimes they drink bottle service for free or whatever. We actually met a promoter over the week when I was in Vegas. I'll tell you the story about that real quick. It's a tough gig. It exists. And if we ever get mad at like a promoter for even existing, listen. This kind of is what goes on. People will always sort of, clubs are selling ego, sexiness, and this, just like that Coors Light commercial, which is using blonde twins to sell beer to men. This is how it works. Well, so this is my fiance's Instagram, right? You can go watch this video, but I had a show in Vegas. So Tasha made this nice little chat of us. She made this whole Instagram reel of, the different things we got to see and do and all that. But we went to a pool party, and we were walking towards the normal pool at the hotel, and a promoter stopped us, not because of me, but because of her, and ushered us and said, hey, you guys can get into the nightclub. So this was the first pool we went to. No big deal, normal pool. But then we went to this other pool right here, which you can see in the background. They have the big DJ thing, and this was early on in the day, so it wasn't crowded. But these pools, you pay, and I'm not kidding, about $250 for a day bed. Now, it's not a horrible deal because that's like a credit you get for food and drinks and all that. Anyway, the point is that the promoter's job is to bring Tasha to the pool so they can get cute ladies to the pool. That's just the way it is. Is it sleazy? Absolutely. Has a promoter ever looked at me and been like, hey, Dave, we need you in our club? No. They want women. They know men are going to come already. That's what they do. Again, it attracts a certain type of person who might want, I would never want my kids or friends to be promoters because it's a rough gig and it is objectifying in monetization and commodifying of women. That's exactly what it is. Now, some women like the free drinks that they get out of it, but obviously there's no such thing as a free lunch. As we know in economics, everything comes with a price. So we're going to get into that more in a second here, the twins, but let's just watch a few other things posted of other contestants. Literally went to high school. This isn't one of the twins. This is someone else. And someone said, literally went to high school with this guy, Alec, and had multiple classes with him. Most disingenuous person I've met. He's had a YouTube channel ever since then. 1,000,000% going for clout. I don't think that's, look, if we're being judged by what people thought of us in high school, I'm 18 years out of high school. You know what I mean? We're ever evolving people, but let's just have a watch.
Here, we have made it, ladies and gentlemen, to 2022. Doesn't that just sound beautiful? This just rolls off the tongue. 2022, 2022, 2022. This is a year of prosperity for everyone, including you. Thank you for watching this video right now. I really appreciate it.
I like them so far.
Speaking of twos, welcome back to the electric vlog. This is number 2 right now, and I am officially a firefighter.
All right, so he's only done 2 vlogs, so he's not exactly crushing it. Someone said, I'm not saying he's not going on for clout. Still, he could be. We don't really know at this point. But this guy is 27. High school for him was over 10 years ago. I'm sure he's probably matured in 10 years and is not the same person he was when he was a teenager. I don't think judging someone on how they were when they were a teenager and in high school is a good indicator for adult behavior and personality. Boy, this sounds like the type of person that is in my community because this is a great way of thinking. This is a great way of thinking. If anyone has any hate left over from high school, unless you're 18 and a half or 19 and a half years old. If anyone has any hate or residue left over, I hate that guy, this person, that, just release it. Just release it. Deburden yourself from your past. Everyone was scared. Everyone in high school was afraid of not fitting in. Everyone in high school was just, whatever. Just get over it. All right, move on. Sorry. Putting the men with their IG handle, so we don't need that. So let's go here. The twins. And twins. I love Dave Neal's recap channel. When Tasha wears Chanel. That didn't rhyme. Okay. The twins. What rhymes with channel? I love Dave Neal's recap channel. Especially when he wears some flannel. And twins and digressions. The twins, I'm curious to see their TikToks. Justin and Joey Young. Oh, it's Justin and Joey. JJ's. Ugh. Gross. Anyway, there they are. No offense to them, but if you're a twin and you can only get 4,900 followers on TikTok, you're not doing good enough. I feel like twinning is when twins work together and I don't know. Anyway, they're 24. Look, they're babies. Show me a 24-year-old guy who went far on The Bachelorette. I would love for Bachelor Data, Susanna, if you're listening, to do, and again, this is probably so much work, to do some sort of analysis of age of men versus success rate on the show. Maybe she's done that already. We'll have to see. So here are some comments. I already read the first one, that they're nightclub promoters. They DM girls every weekend. And it's like, look, I get that they DM girls every weekend. Their job is, and if any women have ever been on one of these promoter lists, I've never been on one, but it must be exhausting. Shout out to our new subscriber here checking in right now, Eureka Nielsen. Thank you so much for subscribing. Anyway, someone said definitely a producer plant. They were on public for TikTok before and just went private. I went to college with them. It's obvious they're going on for clout. The negative stories about the twins keep coming. LMA,
Oh my
Oh, they literally
God.
post thirst traps. I know them. They're known in New York City for being promoters and DMing every girl ever. Justin was in my DMs this past summer until I finally decided to go to a club with him. They're so awkward. I bet you weren't saying they were awkward when you were sipping on that free vodka, Samantha. Justin, okay, you can tell they don't want a relationship with anyone. They're F-boys. They're definitely not going there for the right reasons. It's all for clout. I guess the question becomes, could you be a promoter or work in a job where you're exposed to young, single, attractive people, like being a DJ, and still have a happy relationship? What I do with stand-up comedy is a little different, because while we perform in front of a lot of couples, but we do perform a lot of single people, and I perform at a lot of nightclubs. I perform at nighttime venues, and you can for sure have a relationship and also have a job that is in that vibe. But of course, what they do is a little egregious because there's a social mingling aspect to it. So I'm not I think if you're a promoter, it's a very hard thing to keep a relationship going. That would be my thought. These twins went to my school. They used to go around and lie and tell people they were on the basketball team. That's a weird one, but you could easily just Google that. Please, Justin was in my DMs every weekend and finally stopped when he got the hint I wasn't going out with him. I'm just so shocked they wanted to open up this can of worms by going on the show because so many girls have stories about them. Oh, and here's another contestant from Bachelor whatever. And by the way, these screen grabs were from BachelorNation.scoop. We love BachelorNation.scoop. These are just such great accounts. They do such a good job. Make sure to follow them on Instagram. Same thing with Bachelor whatever. Great account. Suzanne Gooden says this is about what's his name, Corbin. He grew up across the street from us. Such a great kid. Hope he makes it far and hope he is one of Gabby's picks. Go Corbin. I've got Corbin listed as one of my top picks. I wrote it down here. Corbin, Logan, and Rob the Magician. That's right. I got the Magician as one of my top picks. Let's see him pull some protection out of the hat on night one. He's like, as a magician, he just like starts pulling like a sex toy out of her. I don't know. Do what you got to do. Such a great kid. You can't compete with a magician. But by the way, magicians normally are super creepy. I get it. I know the vibe. Magicians and comedians, we are the lowest form of entertainment. You hate us until we're famous. You hate us unless you ain't us. How's it go? All right. So I pick Corbin as a top 3. Let's see what else we have here. Is that it? I think that's all we have. That's all we have here. So I'd love to know what you guys think with regards to the twins. Look, yeah. They're going to be producer plants. They're going to say something stupid. They're going to Gabby. The fact that we have Gabby and Rachel together, they can go on a double date. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. Would love to know what you think. One more video coming today. It's a heat wave in LA, so I want to go outside and enjoy the sun. But one more video, and then we'll get to it. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.